This growing old thing ain't for the faint at heart. And when you're growing old with an autoimmune, definitely not for the faint at heart. Let's talk about that. Hello, my loves, Kellie here, and welcome to another slice of my crazy world. So, pardon my voice today. I'm quite exhausted. It's been a very interesting week for me, and so it's brought to light some feelings and some things that I hadn't really been ready to quite address. And I want to talk to you guys about it and see what your thoughts are, see how you feel about this. If you're dealing with aging and battling your body, there's a lot going on there. So first of all, we all know that if we're fortunate, we're going to get older. And as we get older, our bodies don't do what they once upon a time did, because we get to where we can't move as fast, aches and pains happen in your joints, and and all just kinds of things. Stuff that used to be in one spot starts going to another spot, and you're like, what you doing way down there? So your body starts to do some things. But the thing about it is, I think that when you're growing older, you know that those things are coming and they're kind of gradual. But when you've got an autoimmune disease, some of that stuff isn't going to be gradual. Some of the capabilities that you once upon a time had that you no longer have are not due to old age. I can tell you, like for me, for example, my lining around my heart loves to swell up. We've done that at least 4 different times, and that really kind of obviously limits how much movement you're going to be doing, because it feels like you're having a heart attack. And it's going to limit a lot of things going forward, especially if there is damage to some of your major organs. And if you're battling lupus like I am, then all of your organs are fair game as far as your body is concerned. So before I go any further, please make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you've not been here before. So I talk about all kinds of craziness with my lupus life abroad. So anyway, so growing older, and especially battling your body, as I was saying, it's kind of hard to decipher which one is which, but it doesn't really matter, because the question then becomes, what can you do? What are you capable of? And when do you start asking people to come in and assist you with daily duties? So you guys will hear random noises happening behind me. The washing machine just got started. The housekeeper just went inside. So I have people that do come out to assist me and make my life easier. Trying to do laundry. Here in Merida, you can have a washing machine, but having a dryer is unusual. I mean, it does happen, but it's very unusual. Typically, you're washing your clothes or sending them to the lavanderia, which is a whole different topic. I'll tell you guys a little bit about that in a bit. But anyway, sending your clothes out to be washed, dried, and folded, and then having them returned to you. But if you're washing them at home, chances are you're hanging them on a line. Yo, some days I can hardly get across a room without getting winded. We're not hanging stuff on the lines. Just not doing it. So I have hired, someone to clean my home, and in addition to doing that, she will also do the laundry. And that keeps my laundry from coming up missing, because sometimes that happens too. I can tell you, I'm gonna do another video talking about the conveniences that I have here in Merida, Mexico, and I'll share my funny laundry story. So anyway, so I'm wondering, as we grow older, I know for me, it's not necessarily about ego per se, but being an independent person, being that I also am, I live alone, that's no secret. When do you really feel that it's no longer safe for you to live alone? When do you, and then at that point, what do you do about that? Do you have family members that you can rely on, that will take good care of you as you grow older, as your body continues to do what older bodies do, but also as your body continues to do what autoimmune bodies do? And there's a lot that goes with that, because asking someone to be your caregiver that, that's not their primary function I have certain things I can and cannot eat. I have days when I'm in bed all day, and people look at me and they go, well, you look fine. So are you going to have family members that are going to understand and be supportive of those days that you need them to bring you stuff into bed? You need them to really help you a little bit more? Or are you going to go to a care facility? So these are things that if you're growing older and you haven't thought about, please make sure that you start trying to put plans in place, or at least have that going on in your mind as to what your next step, if you will be. And I talked about this in another video, and again, I'm going to bring it up only because we were on our way out when we came in, and so hopefully this doesn't freak anybody out. But you need to make sure that you have your last wishes taken care of, because one, you're not just growing older, you're battling your body. So a lot of us are like, oh, I'm gonna be here forever, and then our kids are left trying to figure out what we really wanted. People are my kids ain't gonna fight over what I got, because I ain't got dick. Because I don't have anything. No, teasing, but because that stuff is clearly written out, and they understand what they, what it is that I want, how I want things done. And that's a part of, growing older. I mean, almost everybody should have a plan for their final exit. But when you're younger, you take that thing for granted. As you grow older, that's not something you could take for granted. And again, when you have an autoimmune, it could mean diminished capacity a lot sooner than it would if you were just growing old. So hopefully this didn't bring y'all down, but I just wanted to address it because, over the few days, it's just been something that's kind of been on my mind, especially since I'm a single lady and I've always been very independent. And, the more I get help in here, the more I start really thinking about at what point do they go from being needed help or wanted help to them being needed help. So if you liked what I had to say here, please make sure, like I said, that you give it a thumbs up, that you subscribe. Also, share this with any friends that you think it will be helpful to. And know that there's always some fun stuff going on in my world, y'all know. But anyway, also if you'd like to support my channel in ways other than the likes and the subscriptions, well, I guess that is, you're supposed to subscribe. Then you can also support me over at joyfullycolorful.com. And I hope to see you here. I hope to see you there. I hope to see you everywhere. All right, guys, I'll talk with you soon. Have a great one. Ciao.